Taste of France this morning,
Yes,
right?
indeed.
All right, 8:40 is your time. It's been standing more than 100 years, but right now the big brick building on Main Street in Locust Grove is perhaps as busy as it's ever been.
And that's because staffers inside the French Market and Tavern are preparing for a big Thanksgiving feast tomorrow, and it's one you are actually invited to. Good Day Atlanta's Paul Milliken is live in Locust Grove this morning. And Paul, feels like the holidays, sounds like France,
Right.
Feels like Georgia.
And who knew they celebrated Thanksgiving in France? Who
Yes,
knew?
indeed.
Who knew? Absolutely. Yeah, well, we're all about being international for the holidays. Yeah, good morning to you guys. I am so excited to be in Locust Grove. I said this earlier this morning if you missed it. The reason that we're here is because a couple of weeks ago I was driving down I-75, got detoured off because of traffic, of course, ended up in Locust Grove, and I saw this place on Main Street, and I said, that is a beautiful looking business. I got to get in there, and lo and behold, here we are, the French Market and Tavern with the owner, Mike Buss. Great to see you. How are you?
Very good, very good. Thanks for coming.
It is beautiful to be here, and I love being inside. So first of all, for people who've never been here before, how would you describe what this is? Because it's part store, part restaurant, part coffee bar, part event space. I mean, there's a lot going on here.
Right, I think it's a great tie-in to historic Georgia.
Yeah.
We have, like you said, a coffee bar, an event center. We do a lot of weddings. It's just a great place to come on the weekend or on a weeknight, grab a great meal, browse, do some shopping. Guys can have a beer while the wives fill up the shopping cart, and really just relax and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, you mentioned the history. Let's talk about that. So we're standing inside truly a historic building. What is the history of this place?
Yeah, so this building is actually the oldest building in Henry County that's still standing. It's a little over 100 years old. The origination of the building was a hardware store, the Bill Gardner hardware store. That existed for over 70 years here in the same location. A lot of the restoration to the building still ties in a lot of what had at the hardware store. And it's a really cool vintage look when you come in and be able to see all the different items.
Yeah, and perfect this time of year because it looks like the holidays in here. And speaking of that, tomorrow, Thanksgiving, you're going to be busy. You're serving up a feast. You want everyone to come. Tell me how tomorrow works.
Yeah, so tomorrow we have two sittings. We have an 11:30, we have a 3:30. We still have a couple spaces left on our website if you want to try to make a reservation. We have a large buffet, and it'll be all craft-made food, and it allows you to really enjoy the holiday versus sweating over it.
Nice. I love that. Speaking of food, we've got just a little sampler out this morning. So let's talk through some of your most popular dishes, starting with what I feel like is made for me, hot Atlanta peppers. What is this about?
Yeah, so that's a stuffed banana pepper with andouille sausage, and it is very spicy, but very tasty. It's a great starter. The jambalaya as well is a very traditional jambalaya. Everything we make is scratch made. This is definitely on the spicier end of things, which I feel like if you're going to be traditional, that's where we're at.
Yeah.
Our largest seller, the chicken salad croissant, very traditional pecan infused chicken salad, and very tasty. The shrimp and grits is by far our second largest seller. Very traditional, very creamy, lots of shrimp. And then we do seasonal soups, and we change those out every week. Again, all handmade, and we sell those for home meal replacements as well. You can come in and get a couple quarts of pretty much anything.
I love that. Yeah, the soup's great this time of year. Come in, get a couple quarts of soup, and you are good to go. Now, did you say that the chicken salad croissant was actually infused with pecan? Is that what you said?
It is. So actually, it would meet your challenge for this morning.
Oh, wonderful. All right. Well, here's my entry, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. This is my entry to the pecan challenge. There is no way I'm not going to win this one. Hey, really quickly, Mike, I think what you've done here, and I've heard this a lot from people on Facebook this morning, is really provide a focal point for Locust Grove and this Main Street area, just a real gathering place for people to come down, meet their neighbors, and enjoy what this beautiful historic stretch has to offer. Do you agree with that?
Oh, absolutely. It's a step back in time, as we said.
Yeah.
So it's a great place on the weekends, bottomless mimosas for the ladies, and really enjoy some shopping and still be in a very historic vintage place.
Yeah. Well, we love it, sir. Thank you very much. Great to see you. Coming up next hour, I'm going to be doing some shopping. I'll be picking out some of my gifts for you guys. Okay. And yeah, here it is. This is my pecan challenge entry. I'm super excited about it. There's no way I'm going to lose this one. So,
hey, Paul.
Yeah, I did all the work myself too.
Yeah. Hey, Paul.
Very hard.
Tell Mike to send me back an order or two of the hot Atlanta peppers. Tell him I'm working on a new segment, Locust Grove with Lanford, and we'll see what we can do about that going
Did
forward.
you
Okay?
really?
I don't like that one.
don't like
I'm not feeling that. No, peppers with Paul. Peppers with
I don't
Paul
know.
is what it's
Portia
all
wants
about.
peppers.
all right?
I don't know.
No, I'll take the pepper.
Too much controversy. Thanks, Paul. The French Market and Tavern is located at 3840 Highway 42 in Locust Grove. There are 2 seatings planned for tomorrow's Thanksgiving feast, one at 11:45 a.m. and then one at 3:45 p.m. The cost, $39.95 for adults and $18.95 for children ages 12 and under.
That's nice. Like it. Coming up tomorrow, Paul sits down for